Today starts off with us looking at the table and we see ourselves currently second as PSG in Ligue 1, not a pretty sight. And having a look at the other European competition, which is the UEFA Champions League, we find ourselves in the group of death. Now in real life, PSG did well to get out of this group, finishing second, but without Mbappe, things could be different in this simulation. And on another piece of news, our manager Luis Enrique has been announced as Manager of the Month in Ligue 1. And speaking of monthly awards, I have been nominated for the Player of the Month award from my first month of professional football. But off the pitch events aside, it's time for us to go into our first ever big game for PSG. It's going to be the first time we face off against Olympique Lyon. And you remember what we saw on that table. A win here is very important because PSG needs to win Ligue 1 and we can't do that in third place. It's important to note that rivalry games will always be difficult no matter how good or bad the teams are on paper. And Olympique Lyon lets us know that pretty well by grabbing themselves the first goal of the game.
Well, every player remembers his first professional start. Memories for you, Stuart.
Well, Derek, it was a long time.
He must finish! There it is! A delightful start to this match. Just what they were...
Definitely not the start that we wanted, but we knew that 22 minutes in, we had to answer back. And we were ready to make sure this game was not going to be easy for Lyon.
Sends it back. Fabian, and it's a goal for Paris Saint-Germain to square this game.
And after Fabian, I finally got myself a chance to score a goal. I was going on the counter-attack, I made a smart run. Now all I had to do was make sure this ended up in a goal.
Can they forge ahead? Well, they would have done had it not been for the keeper.
Well, they should be ahead now.
You know what, I really need to sort out my finishing problems because if this keeps happening, it's going to cause problems later on in the season. Heck, maybe you don't even have to wait until later on in the season because you know the golden rule of football. If you don't take your chances, your opponents will.
Lacazette is in the centre and keeping it out.
Well, this is a big moment, and don't these fans know it?
Trying to pick out a teammate. And a goal! In the lead again! Fully deserved!
I won't be telling any of y'all a lie. Lyon has definitely been the better side in this game and that goal was just bound to happen. But hey, you know what? That doesn't mean we can't stop fighting. And I just need my teammates to step it up as well. Because all we need is one good pass and one good goal.
PSG pushing forward with options available. And the cross goes in. And he's clear as...
But in the event that we do not score, we do have to hope that our defense can do enough to keep us in the game. And really, with fingers crossed, I was hoping so hard in this attack.
Some of the fans are screaming, have a go. And a goal! They've increased their lead, and they don't want to be throwing it away from here.
And with that said, Lyon is running away with this game. And with me about to get subbed off, I knew I only had one final opportunity to make an impact in the game. Even just a goal could change this team's fortune. And I know that when Lee Kang-in goes in, maybe he could get one for himself too.
Vitor Ferreira, feeding it through, just needs to stay calm. In it goes to alter the arithmetic and give them hope that they can turn this round.
In my opinion, it's a beautiful bottom corner finesse finish and a great way to say goodbye to the fans as I run off the pitch and make way for Lee Kang-in. Hopefully after I simulate, hopefully PSG can pick up a result. But unfortunately, that's not quite what happens. A 4-2 loss against Lyon will definitely hurt us as we go for the title. But you know what, now the best we can do is just move on. Nice is going to be the next team we face off against, and after that 4-2 loss, it's a must-win fixture if we want to win Ligue 1. But on a more positive note, guess who's won the Player of the Month award in Ligue 1 in their first month in professional football? And don't deny it, Farmers League or not, that's a big achievement. But yeah, on a more negative note, looking at the table, It's not nice seeing PSG in 6th place, not nice at all. And as you can see, Lyon find themselves seated pretty nicely up in 2nd after beating us. OM, our bitter rivals in 3rd. Lille and Nice are the ones ahead of us. We're facing off against Nice next, and AS Monaco rounds it off by being first with 15 points. Another piece of menu work to note is that I'm in the market for one more playstyle. Now, I wasn't sure which playstyle to choose because I felt like choosing Rapid would have made me too overpowered too early. So I chose Flare, but I did put out a poll just now, and I will ask you guys which of the two traits should I choose, which of the two playstyles should I choose. And note that your choice will only take into effect by episode 5 because I've already recorded 4 episodes worth of footage. But for now, I decided to settle with the Flare playstyle, but if you want it changed, let me know in the comments, join up on the poll. And yeah, only chose Flare because it wasn't going to be that overpowered. But now we head back onto the field in the Parc des Princes, and it's going to be against OGC Nice, where we play our next Ligue 1 game. And with Monaco already 8 points ahead of us, it's a must-win game. And we start things off pretty strongly because in the 10th minute, it's a counter-attack, it's a Lamine Diallo run. But the question is, will it be a Lamine Diallo goal?
And threading it through. Could be an early goal. It is.
And hey, who's to say that we can't grab one more?
Nuno Mendes. Gonzalo Ramos. And he's broken free. And the keeper to the rescue.
Yeah, my finishing. That's who. But yeah, after playing my role and scoring a goal and clearly showing that I can't score anything else, I decided to give Luis Enrique the look and tell him, hey boss, I'm out of here, I'm done, I've met my quota for the day, and he subs me off for Lee Kang-in. And thankfully PSG is able to hold on to that 1-0 lead to give us the 3 points and give us a clean sheet. And if you were peeping the calendar earlier, you would notice that after Nice, we were meant to face off against Borussia Dortmund for what would have been our first ever game in the UEFA Champions League. But Luis Enrique, despite being a manager I was getting along with pretty well, with him giving me the chances he'd been giving me at this age, has decided that, you know what, Lamine, despite your amazing form, you're a bit too young to play in the Champions League, and instead, I'm going to tell you that Lee Kang-in has more experience, and I want you to watch him as he plays. And a part of me really wanted to throw one of my boots at him, but I had to keep the composure. I had to say, alright boss, despite knowing the fact that I have been the best left winger at the club in these past few months. Yes, I know I'm still young, yes, I'm still inexperienced, but on the form that I'm on, having a hat-trick, being player of the month, this was definitely some disappointing news to say. But hey, you know what they always say, right? Just keep your head up and keep moving forward. Because I know that next episode, I have to make sure that against Newcastle, I'm starting.